Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Fine, fine. Fine like vine of 100 years.
Oh, wow. Anything you want to say to our English-speaking friends about education or English teaching? Anything in particular?
Well, maybe the background matters. Okay. But I would appreciate if my friends, okay, continue in such a manner of reaching the community in teaching English and advancing kind of research, okay, for the society.
Very.
And it's, I think, appreciable. I do appreciate that.
Are you saying then that English education extends outside of the classroom?
It should. I'm saying that it should extend to the society level, because our society is, coming to the level of learning English. Okay, learning English. We didn't start speaking English even. So our department members who are, in charge of teaching English are expected much to reach maybe the society at large. Yeah, I think that's.
One more question. What about the future of English in Ethiopia? The direction, maybe in 5 years, 10 years, what do you think it will look like, the English situation, English education in Ethiopia?
I see it positively. I see it very, very positively, because we, as a department level, taking the initiative, and some other universities and colleges, if they take such matters into account, I think English will maybe control. English may control our country. Okay, and Amharic, I'm sorry.
And what about yourself? What is your ambition? What is your dream with regards to teaching English?
My ambition is to become English professor and to help my society. Yeah, that's my ambition in the future.
All right. Thank you very much, brother.
Thank you, too.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, can you go ahead and introduce yourself, please, to us?
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm Danno, and I'm the journalism and communication educator here in Ambo University.
And Dano, what courses do you teach here at Ambo University, and what level?
I teach different journalism and communication courses here, subject students, GC classes, and also sometimes I give common courses, English language courses for other non-English department students.
And what is your background in English education? Where did you go to school? What did you study? What is your future for education personally, yourself?
Yeah, personally, I studied English education, BA level. It is BEd, Bachelor of Education in English Language, and my master's is journalism and communication.
And what are your ambitions for your own personal education? Do you want to continue further degree?
Yep. I have a very much intrinsic motivation to study my PhD, especially in the area of communication. This is what I plan.
And what are your thoughts on English education here at Ambo University and also Ethiopia in general?
Yeah, actually it is known English language is a foreign language for Ethiopian students, and English is not a second language, and the exposure of the English language for our students is also so limited, and really great attention should be given to the English language competency of our students. And if you take a student at tertiary level here in the university, and their English is so poor, I can say. And I mean, English is a medium of instruction here. In order to understand their subject well, in order to carry out their day-to-day endeavor here in the university, they should have good language command. If they don't have good language command, they can't run their activities. So it is an area that needs further project, and English language improvement for Ethiopian students is a lifetime project as to me.
All right, very good. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, what I say is, look, our students should have fertile ground for English language, and the stakeholders, government and others, concerning bodies should give due attention to our English language at the bottom, elementary classes and KG classes, whereby students can get good ground that would pave a way for their tertiary level education.
All right, Dono, thank you very much for talking with us this morning.
Thank you too.
Can you please introduce yourself to us?
Okay, thank you. My name is Gabriel Jugu, and I'm a teacher of English language and literature.
What exactly, what courses do you teach here at Ambo University, and what level?
Of course, I've been teaching different courses, but this year I'm teaching listening skills, advanced writing skills, and communicative and basic writing skills.
What would you say are some of the strengths and weaknesses of the students you teach?
Of course, students do have different kind of problems, even if they have a good side of them. And then one of the problem is maybe they don't have any exposure to speak English language well with the society, as well as with their teachers and with their friends as well. So that's the main problem, and exposure. And coming to the good side of them, and they are really good students, and they are really they want to motivate. They want to be motivated to be good English students, not only for English but also other subjects, for example.
Personally, what are some ways that you yourself learned English outside of the classroom? Through American movies or music, or what are some different ways you learned
You mean
English?
for the students?
For you, how did you learn?
Of course, and I'm always watching American movies, and that has great influence on me to improve my overall English language skills. And that's the most important thing that helps me to improve.
And one last question, what are some of your future dreams and desires, ambition for yourself? Where do you see yourself in 5 years or 10 years? What do you hope?
Even if I do have different visions and dreams, I really have a dream to be great expertise in English language teaching, as well as to be just a writer and like that.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, really. Thank you very much.
All right. Good morning. Can you please introduce yourself to us?
Good morning. Well, my name is Balacho Bayena. I am a lecturer at Ambo University, specialized in TEFL, teaching English as a foreign language.
And where is your education in English from? Where did you go to university and the majors you studied?
All right. I went to Bahardar University to study my first degree in pedagogical sciences and composite major English. And for my second degree, I went to Haramaya University, which is one of the oldest and grand universities in Ethiopia, to study my second degree in TEFL, teaching English as a foreign language. And I have teaching experience of about 8 years, and this is my 9th year.
What are some of your hopes and fears for English education in Ethiopia? What are some things that you see as the future benefits, and also some future deterrents, some negative aspects too?
All right. Yeah, as English language is, as you know, it is a medium of communication across the world, and particularly in our country, it is serving as medium of instruction, especially starting from secondary up to tertiary education level of education, and it is very important. But you know, when I come to the the threats, maybe the fears I have is our students do not have sufficient proficiency, especially starting from the grassroots level, from the primary up to the secondary. They are not obtaining sufficient kind of education, especially in English language, and they have a very strong fear of making mistakes, and they don't want to practice they believe in the importance. They believe that it is vital, this as a skill, as a language, as a medium of communication, as a medium of instruction. They believe in the interest. But what matters is, you know, for one thing, they don't have adequate access, enough access and exposure to the language, because as you have maybe some experience in Ethiopia, we don't have, you know, English language speaking community in our area. In relation to this, they don't have enough exposure to the language, and they have fear of making mistake. They don't practice, and that is the case actually. But in the classroom, they try their best as much as possible to improve themselves, to improve their language skill and their language proficiency. And this is what I observed from my experience as an English teacher.
And finally, if you are to say something to our American audience who will watch this, do you have anything you want to tell them or say to them, the American viewers?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, as America is, or the U.S. is taking the, especially I can say the central, especially importance, central responsibility, as they have been really doing a lot of things to see, English language improved in, African countries, and particularly in Ethiopia. They have been really rendering their help and even, providing books and other teaching materials, and even sending volunteers, to contribute their share in, especially, improving the language skill in Ethiopia, and especially for Ethiopian students. A lot of things have been done, really. And what I would like to suggest is still we expect, a lot of things, especially in really, training teachers of English language, starting from primary school up to tertiary level, up to our level, our current level. And teacher training is really very important. Especially we have to update our English language proficiency from time to time. And if we simply, are, accredited with maybe first degree, second degree, and simply, go to the classroom without any, new technology, new way of really managing classroom and teaching English language, that is really a futile effort. So I think still, teacher training is really very important. It takes a vital role really in improving the language proficiency of teachers. And if language proficiency of teachers is increased, is improved, inevitably students' language proficiency will increase, because teachers share what they have. Teachers share their own skill, their own proficiency, and so that is, I think, what I would like to suggest. And secondly, resource is very important again. We are not totally using, I can say, technology in teaching English language, like, audiovisual, resources, especially in teaching speaking skill and listening skill, which are really the most, important skills, basic skills of language, English language particularly. So in this regard, we have really a big limitation. So this is what I would like to suggest. Thank you really for your question.
Thank you very much for your time, Velichau.
All right, thank you so much.
Leaving Tucson in my 72, I'm trying to find the edge so I can break on through. I've got a brother up in Flagstaff who's been sleeping in his truck, and Gotta help a brother out when you got a brother out of luck. He'd been working at the mill for 8 years come this May. Been working himself ill and he'd hardly missed a day. He hadn't seen a raise in pay, but he'd seen a cut or two. So he did what any honest working man would want to do. Took it to the parking lot where the working men could see. His boss looked awfully nervous as he was rolling up his sleeves. To the cheers of the men, my brother knocked him down in one, but his boss called up the law.